Adaptations. Different habitats have varying living conditions. Some places are hot, while others are extremely cold. There are also places that can be dry or wet. Organisms develop special features and behaviors that enable them to adapt to the specific conditions of their habitats. Adaptation is the ability of an organism to change to better suit its environment. Adaptation is crucial for an organism to thrive in its habitat. If an organism cannot adjust to its surroundings, it will not survive. Adaptation involves changes in body structure and behavior, making an organism better equipped to survive, grow, and reproduce in its specific habitat. For instance, cacti and camels are adapted to desert life. Hydrilla and lotus plants thrive in water, fish are suited for aquatic life, and birds are adapted to live in the air. Adaptations in plants. Plants are divided into 3 categories based on the amount of water available in their habitat. Hydrophytes, aquatic plants. These plants live in water. Examples include water hyacinth and hydrilla. Mesophytes, these plants need a moderate amount of water to live on land. Examples include most herbs and shrubs. Xerophytes, desert plants. These plants live in dry and hot environments. Examples include cacti and babool. Adaptations in hydrophytes. Hydrophytes can be categorized into the following types. Free-floating, these plants float freely on the water's surface without being attached to the soil. Examples are water hyacinth and duckweed. Free-floating and rooted. These plants have roots fixed in the soil, but their leaves float on the water due to their long petioles. Examples are lotus and water lily. Submerged and floating, these plants are completely submerged in water and are not rooted in the soil. An example is Utriculia. Submerged and rooted. These plants are submerged in water but rooted in the soil. Examples are Vallisneria and Hydrilla. Hydrophytes have several adaptations to live in water. Mucilage protection. Submerged parts are covered with mucilage to prevent decay. Spongy and flexible stems. Stems have air spaces that help the plant float. For example, water lily stems have large tunnels for air. Narrow and ribbon-shaped leaves. Submerged plants like Hydrilla have leaves that allow water to pass through easily. Large and flat floating leaves. These leaves have waxy surfaces to repel water and stomata on the upper surface, like in water lilies and lotus. Parenchyma, this special tissue provides buoyancy and flexibility. Poorly developed roots. Roots in hydrophytes are either absent or poorly developed. Adaptations in mesophytes. Mesophytes thrive in terrestrial habitat with ample soil moisture and high atmospheric humidity. The soil in which they grow is moderately moist, neither too wet nor too dry, and the temperature is moderate. Such habitats are perfect for growing crops and tropical forests. Examples of mesophytes include golmohar, mustard, tomato, rose, sunflower, potato, clove, mango, peepal, and rosewood. Some adaptations in mesophytes include broad but thin leaves. The epidermis of these leaves is covered with a thin cuticle and they have many stomata. Shiny glazed surfaces. The surfaces of leaves become shiny and glazed to reflect light and heat. Thick waxy coating. Both leaves and stems have a thick waxy coating to prevent water loss. Green stems. Stems often become green to take over the function of leaves. Fleshy stems. Many desert plants, like cacti, have fleshy stems to store water. Deep root system. They possess a well-developed root system that penetrates deep into the soil to find water. Adaptations of trees in mountainous environments. Pine and fir trees, commonly found in mountainous regions, exhibit several adaptations that enable them to live in harsh conditions. Cone-shaped trees. Trees on mountains are cone-shaped with sloping branches. This shape helps rainwater and snow slide off easily, preventing damage to the leaves. Needle-like leaves. The small needle-shaped leaves of these trees further aid in snow shedding and reduce water loss through transpiration due to their reduced surface area. Water-storing stems. The stems of these trees serve as reservoirs for water storage, and a thick waxy layer covering the stems minimizes water loss, ensuring hydration during periods of limited water availability. Tall trees. Mountain trees are tall, allowing them to access sunlight for photosynthesis. Adaptations in aerial plants. Aerial plants such as orchids are classified as epiphytes, a term derived from Greek with epi meaning upon and phyte meaning plant. These unique plants live in the upper reaches of the forest canopy, an adaptation that allows them to access greater sunlight for photosynthesis. Water and nutrient absorption. They absorb moisture directly from the air and take advantage of the dampness and bits of leaves or bark on the tree they live on. Some orchids have roots that hug the tree trunk, while others have roots that dangle freely searching for nourishment. Thick waxy leaves. Orchids also have unique leaves to help them survive in their high-rise homes. These leaves are often thick, waxy, or leathery. Some are long and thin, curling up to reduce their surface area and prevent water loss. Other orchid leaves are similar to succulents, with plump leaves and bulb-like structures that store water for times when it's harder to find. Adaptations in animals. Like plants, animals have also evolved numerous adaptations to live in their specific environments. These adaptations enhance their chances of survival by enabling them to better navigate their surroundings, find food, and reproduce.